Hello friends, you're welcome once again to our YouTube channel. My name is Emeka. If you're a returning subscriber, I want to thank you so much for your support. If you are a new subscriber, you're welcome to our channel. Our focus is to bring you useful information and content that will help you to become profitable in your Forex trading journey. Please, I will ask that you kindly subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share with your friends, turn on also the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when we release new videos. You might also want to join our free Telegram channel where we send other useful information and also sometimes chart analysis. Okay, today I want to talk about a very important subject which I'm so passionate about. So this is a very, very important subject. It says focus on this one thing and you will be a consistently profitable Forex trader. Yes, what is that one thing you should focus on in order to be consistently profitable? Now, it is one thing to be profitable in 1 month. Another month you would have big drawdown. Okay, so success in Forex trading has to do with profitability over a period of time. Okay, consistently being profitable. That is Forex. That is success in Forex trading. Okay, anybody can make profits 1 day or 1 week. Okay, but when you are consistently profitable on the average over a long time, then you are a profitable trader. You are a successful trader. All right, so what is that one thing, one unique thing that will guarantee or ensure that you achieve consistency in trading? Because sometimes some persons, they have a good strategy, they have a good they have the techniques, good strategy, they have the knowledge, and but something is missing. And because some months they are profitable and some other months are in a huge drawdown. So what is the missing link? What is that one thing that I want to recommend that you start doing in order to see consistency in your journey, in your Forex trading journey? So what is that one thing? And we want to talk about it today. Now, profitability isn't actually complicated. I want you to know that being profitable in your trading is not a complicated thing to do. It's not complicated. Okay, stop complicating the process. It's not complicated. Okay, Leonardo da Vinci said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simplicity is the ultimate, okay, sophistication. So you don't need to know too much to become a profitable trader. Instead, you just need to know the key things. All right, the more knowledge you get, the more you complicate things for yourself. Forex trading is simple. It is not easy, but it is simple. Forex trading is not easy, granted, but Forex trading is simple. If you know how Forex trading works, it is a very simple thing. Just that human beings, due to our psychology, human psychology and human orientation, we try to complicate things for ourselves, and that is why many of people find it so difficult to succeed and to become profitable as Forex traders. So it's a very, very simple and also simple thing. Is not complex. Forex trading, profitability in Forex trading is not complex. We are the ones, we as traders, we are the ones that make things complex for ourselves. It is not complex. It is not complex. So I want to tell you how you can keep it simple and easy in a way, simple, so that you can be profitable. If you can learn what I want to tell you today, this will go a long way in helping your journey, in helping you to become successful in Forex trading. All right, and not just becoming successful for today or for 1 week or for 1 month. No, consistently profitable and consistently successful. All right, now the thing I want to tell you to do is to focus on your losses. Now, I know everybody is in the market, everybody is in Forex trading to make money. Yes, including myself. Everybody is here to make money. We started Forex trading with the aim to have more sources of income, okay, to have additional sources of income, right? But if you must be consistently profitable in Forex trading, start focusing on your losses. Forget about your profits. Profits, the market gives you profit. You don't actually contribute. See, your profits will come when they will come. Nothing will stop it. When you take a trade, anybody can place a trade and win. Anybody can, even a novice trader. What do you have to do? Just press buy, click on buy, or click on sell. The trade either goes in a buy direction or in a sell direction. Either goes bullish or goes bearish. So the market gives you your profit regardless of what you do. You don't really, in a way, you don't really make profits. The market makes you profit. Okay, so you have no control over your profits. The market chooses to give you profits when it wants to give it profit. There is no guarantee that if I place a trade today, it's going to win. The market chooses to give me profit. Though we enter trades based on technical analysis, okay, technical analysis and some, so our strategy gives us a signal that we need to enter into a trade. But I must tell you that it is not a function of your strategy entirely. If you place a trade, it is a probability that it's going to win or it's going to lose. So the market gives you your profit. The market gives you profit. But one thing the market does not do for you is to determine your losses. Okay? The market determines, you are the one, you the trader, you are the one that will determine your losses. The volume of your losses. Okay? The amount of losses you take, whether big or whether small. And the high time you started focusing on your losses, the better for you. Okay, focus on losing rightly. If you can focus on losing rightly all the time, you will be a consistently profitable forex trader. Okay, you will be a consistently profitable forex trader. If you can lose rightly all times, you will be a great trader. Okay, just focus on your losses. If you show me your losses as a trader, I will tell you the potential you have, your potential. I will tell you how great you will be. I will be able to know the kind of trader that you are. Focus on your losses. Your profits will take care of itself. Okay? Start focusing on losses from today and you'll see the difference it will make. Now, why am I saying so? Why am I saying you should focus on your losses? Because focusing on your losses defines you as a trader. Your losses defines you as a trader. Now, I'm not interested in your wins. Okay? I am not, every professional trader like me, we are not interested. If you come to me and tell me that you are doing well, okay, or you are succeeding, or you are profitable, or this, I want to know how you lose. How do you make that profit? How do you make the profits? Do you make profits by over leveraging? Okay, if you lose, how much do you lose? If you win, how much do you gain? That is what I want to see. So show me your losses and I will tell you the kind of trader that you are. Show me how you lose. I will tell you the kind of trader. I will tell you whether you're a disciplined trader or whether you are whether you're a disciplined trader or whether you're not a disciplined trader. Okay? Some people win most of the time, they make profits most of the time, but before they make that profit, they are in a huge drawdown. Especially those that don't use stop loss. In a huge drawdown. It only takes one move, one fundamental news, okay, to flatten your account if you don't pay attention to losses. Okay, so most hedge funds, I've had traders, I've had it. That was an experience I have. Like a trader went to a hedge fund applying for a job to be their trader. Okay, to be one of their traders. Okay, she is a lady. So she actually took her account that she has traded for like a year and how she has been able to grow the account to a sizable amount and took the account, the MT4 record, to a hedge fund, telling them that if she could grow her personal account, then she can actually grow their large amount of funds. Then what did they tell her? They tell her, yes, you are able to grow your funds. Yes, we can see that you're able, after going through the record, yes, you are able to grow your account, but your risk per trades are enormous. And we cannot be able to hand over our huge sum running into millions of dollars to you to trade, because you're going to risk investors' funds. You're going to risk invest not how much you make, but what process did you take? How much of your account was at risk? How much of your account was at risk before you make that gain, those gains? That is what defines a trader. A trader risks small. A professional trader risks small to gain big, not risking big to gain small. Let me say that again. A professional and a disciplined trader risks small part of the account to gain big. Okay? Not risking big to gain small. So I am not interested in your wins, but your losses. Anyone can win, but it takes experience and discipline to lose rightly. So focus on losing rightly. As you are aware, losses are part of this business. You must lose. Losses, you need to normalize losing. Losses are normal. Every forex trader, professional forex trader loses. Okay, but it is how you lose that matters. You must lose to make it. Okay, you must lose funds every week. You'll be take losses. You must account for losses. But how much of your account is at risk at any time you enter into a trade? How do you lose? That goes a long way to tell anyone who is experienced in this business, to tell anyone that you are good in this business or not. Okay, now what does it mean to lose rightly? Okay, what does losing rightly mean? Okay, what does it mean? This means losing the same amount consistently in every trade you take. Losing the same amount of dollars or pounds, okay? Losing, or your currency, whatever the currency type, losing the same amount consistently in every trade you take. Okay, so losing rightly means ensuring your average loss per trade is consistent. It means ensuring that the average loss per trade in your account is consistent. Now, if you say you are losing $10 in every trade, you want to lose $10 in every trade. Now, it means that you ensure that each time you enter a trade, you don't lose $9, you don't lose $11, you don't lose $12. Okay, you don't lose $8, making sure that you are almost every time at $10. Anytime you lose $10. Ensuring that you size your position in order to lose the predetermined risk per trade. Ensuring that you always lose your predetermined risk per trade. Now, why am I saying this? We're going to see later in subsequent slide. If your risk is not constant, one loss can wipe out weeks and months of profits and efforts. That is why I pity traders that don't use a stop loss. That is beginner's attitude. So any trader you see that don't use a stop loss is just one trade away from blowing his account. Yes, and that is not that is not a disciplined trader and should not be committed resources into it. Nobody will be willing to commit resources to his hands. Show me your losses and I'll tell you how disciplined you are, and I'll tell you how professional you are. So now you need to ensure that losing rightly means ensuring that your average loss per trade is consistent. Now, how do you calculate your average loss per trade? Take a sum of all the losses you take over a given period of time, divided by number of trades. Example, for instance, when you sum all your losses you take for all the trades in a week or in a month, and you have like $1,000 lost. Now, divide the $1,000 lost by the number of trades. Let's assume that you took 100 trades. Okay, when you take 100 trades and you lost $1,000 in a month, depending on your account size. Now divide $1,000 by 100 trades. What are you getting? That means you are actually risking $10 consistently per trade. That shows me your average loss is $10 per trade. Okay, if this is consistent, then you are good. You are losing rightly. You are losing. That is more important to me or any professional trader than your wins. That is more important. Ensuring that your risk per trade is consistent. Now, if I see you as a trader and I ask you what is your average loss per trade, if you cannot tell me, it shows me that you are not really you're not good in this. You're not a professional. You should be able to tell anyone that asks you, this is my average loss per trade. You should know how much you are risking at every point in time. You should have it at your fingertips. You should know it at the back of your mind. You should be able to tell anyone even when you just wake up from sleep. This is how much I risk per trade. This is how much I lose per trade. This is my average loss per trade. is very important. Now, what's the importance of losing rightly? Now, want to take a case study of two traders. Okay, now trader A, he loses $20 per trade. Sorry, not $20, 20% per trade. Okay, 20% per trade. He loses 20% of his account per trade. And he goes for a risk to reward ratio of 1:3. Okay, he loses 20% of his, he risks, not just loses, he risks 20% of his account per trade, and he goes for a RR, risk to reward ratio of 1:3. Now let's assume he took both traders A and traders B want to take 8 trades. Okay, 8 trades. Trader A plans to take 8 trades. Okay, for a particular week. All right. Now look at his trading results. Now trading results. The first trade he took, he lost 20%, which is his average risk per trade. Second trade he took, he lost another 20%. Third trade, he lost another 20%. Fourth trade, he lost another 20%. And the fifth trade, he lost another 20%. Now, this is actually a losing streak. In fact, losing streaks are must. It's a compulsory. It's a must. In fact, I've experienced 6 losing streaks, 6 losses in a row. I have personally experienced 6 losses in a row, whereby I placed 6 trades and all 6 trades lost in a month, in a particular month. I've experienced it. Okay, but at the end of the month, I still came out profitable for that month. I still came out profitable. So losing streaks must come, regardless of how professional you are or not. Losing streaks must come. So this trader A and trader B, let's assume they had a five losing streak, 5 losses in a row. Now, you see, trader A has blown his account because 20% times 5 gives you 100. He has just blown his account because he's not losing rightly. He's taking too much risk per trade. Okay? He's not losing rightly. Now, he has just blown his account. Now, let's look at trader B. Trader B risks 1% of his account per trade and does a risk to reward ratio of 1:3 and has planned to take 8 trades. Now, let's assume he also experiences 5 losing streaks. Okay, 1% times 5 gives you about 5% of his account lost because he risks 1% per trade. Now, he now wins the remaining 3 trades. Okay, and he gains 3% when he wins. Okay, now you see now his total wins will be about 9%, while his total losses would be about 5%. Now his net profit will now be 4%. Even though he experienced losing streaks, he was able to close the week with a 4% gain, net gain, 4% net gain or 4% net profit. So that is the importance. You see, this is an illustration to show you the importance. So each time you are determining your risk per trade, you should be able to factor in losing streaks. Okay, factor in losing streaks. If I lose 10 trades today, my account will still be intact because I risk 1% of my account per trade. Okay, 10 losing streaks is possible. Though I've not experienced 10 losing streaks, the highest I've experienced is 6 losing streaks, 6 trades lost in a row. I've experienced that, and I was able to close that month with over 30% profit. I had a 6% losing streak, but I was able to close that month with over 30% profit. That shows you the importance of account management, the importance of risk management, the importance of losing rightly. I was able to close that month with a good profit because I lost rightly. Each time I lose rightly, each time I lose. All right? Now, how do you ensure you lose rightly at all times? How do you ensure you lose rightly at all times? Number 1, define your unique risk per trade. You must know this is the amount, this is the percentage of my account I want to lose or I wish to lose each time I take a loss. You need to define it, and industry standard says not more than 1%. And I recommend I risk 1% of my account each time I trade. If you are a new trader, you can do 0.5% of your account. All right, some people do 2%, not too bad, not too good though. Okay, 1% is better. Okay, this gives you more emotional control. If you are still doubting your strategy and you are still you are still not very, very confident, you can do 0.5% risk for your account. But I personally do 1%. I risk 1% my account per trade. Okay, so you must know that. Now you must define your maximum stop loss for all your trades. Very important. Okay, now if I see a trade now, if I see a trade and I don't have, and I know I trade mostly, I trade the lower time frame entry. I actually have a lower time frame entry. I have a 1 minute entry. Okay, sometimes a seconds entry. Okay, but mostly 1 minute entry. Now sometimes the market may not give me enough time to be able to get into the trade. To be able to calculate my risk per trade. But I personally know the loss size I can use for my account without thinking, because I know that my maximum stop loss. I know what is my maximum stop loss for my setups, and for my strategy and my time frame trade. I know the maximum stop loss I take. So without even calculating my risk per trade, I can use a position, a loss size that would be averagely help me not to risk more than my maximum risk per trade. Why? Because of practice. Okay, so you need to define your maximum stop loss for all your trades, because I know the pairs I trade, I know their movement, I know my strategy, I know my entry time frame, I know what maximum stop loss my trades gives me. Okay, my setups gives me. Yes. So for me now, most of my trades I do an average of 5 to 10 pips stop loss. 5 to 10 pips stop loss on average. But my maximum stop loss per trade is 20 pips. Maximum stop loss for my trade is 20 pips. Okay? So I know that I know the lot size for my account that will help me to attain maximum stop loss of 20 pips. So even if I don't want to calculate my stop loss, if I see a setup on my time frame, I know the particular lot size to use that will help me not to overshoot my maximum stop loss, which is 20 pips. Though when I take my time to calculate my stop loss distance, I can increase my lot size if it is lower than my maximum stop loss. Okay, but on the maximum, I know the stop loss that will give me maximum, that will help me not to overshoot my maximum stop loss per trade. So you need to know what is your maximum stop loss for your setups, your time frame trading, and your time frame, and for your setups. Okay, and your strategy. So another thing is to make a commitment to stick to this risk per trade. When you have a predetermined risk per trade, you should make a commitment not to overshoot it, to stick to it. Don't over leverage. Okay, you need to make sure you don't over leverage. Another thing is to reduce your account leverage. Okay, if you use a broker that does not allow you to trade lower leverage, please, you need to get a broker that does. You need to get a broker that allows you to trade low leverage, to have a low leverage account. The higher your leverage is a double-edged sword. It helps you in forex trading. Higher leverage helps you to use your account to control a high amount of funds. Okay, but it can be suicidal, because leverage amplifies your wins, and leverage amplifies your losses. Okay, so as a professional trader, who is not a gambler, the lower the leverage of your account, the better for you. It helps you. Okay, now I've so configured my leverage, the leverage of my account, to the point that if I get emotionally imbalanced, if I get some emotional ecstasy or imbalance, that I want to increase my position size irrationally, my account leverage will not allow me to do that. I have so set my account leverage, my account leverage with my broker, to the point that if I want to over leverage, if I want to risk high, when I get emotionally imbalanced, and when I want to get greedy, okay, and want to increase my lot size, the trade will not go, because I have a very low leverage. I use a very low leverage my account. This is what I also advise all my mentees, and including you, to do. It helps you to be consistent. It acts like a seat belt to you when you are driving. When you are driving a car, is like when you are taking trades. You need to have some controls in place. in case you lose your senses. In trading, you might lose your sense, and 1 minute, one singular act of irresponsibility, one singular act, I've said it before, one singular act of irresponsibility can ruin weeks and months and even years of profits and profitable trading and efforts. That is why you need to have some backup seat belt and brakes, like a car brake. So using good leverage, a very low leverage will help you. Do not lose. I don't recommend you use leverage above 1:50. I don't recommend it. I don't. You're not a gambler. You are not a gambler. You're a trader. Okay? In fact, some good and professional traders use. In fact, if you're a beginner trader, I advise you not to use any leverage above 1:10, because until you know what you are doing, 1:10 maximum for a newbie, a startup, a new trader. Okay, 1:10, 1:20. Okay, nothing above 1:50. 1:50 maximum. This helps you to be confident. This helps you to be rational. This helps you to secure your account. This helps you to protect your account. Account protection should be your number one goal. Defensive trading. Okay, I learned defensive driving. I once learned defensive driving. So in defensive driving, you need to protect yourself. Assume every other driver is mad. Ensure drive defense with defense. Okay, ensure that you take, as a trader, first of all, protect yourself. Protect your account before thinking of profit. Profits will come naturally. Profits will come. You don't keep taking your setups. Profitable trades will come. But what happens is that when the profitable trades come, and when you lose great. The profitable trades will not benefit you. When you lose rightly, profitable trades will grow your account, which come on their own. It will come on their own, regardless of losing streaks you have. Profitable trades will come. But when you don't lose rightly, the effect of profitable trades will not be felt in your account. Okay? Now, take one trade per time. You need to be constant. You need to be focused. Okay? You need to be focused. The forex trading is a mental game, and it needs focus. Take one trade per time. Focus. Get out of social media noise. Even if from other traders, just focus. If you are with a mentor, like if you are in my mentees group, I advise you to focus in my mentees group. Leave other signals, leave other people's analysis. Just focus. Take one trade, look at it, focus on it, get the result out of it. Let the trade close before you think of entering another trade. Focus on one trade per time. Okay? This helps your account. This protects your account. Now you need to think of account correlation, currency correlation. If you are taking two trades which have the same base, okay, two currencies, two forex pairs that are related the same time, two forex trades that are forex currencies that are related per time, you are only increasing your risk, even though you risk 1% in each trade. You are linked, because if one lose, the other one is more likely to lose. If one win, the other one is likely to win. Okay, if you're taking GBP USD and Euro USD, opening two positions on the same trade on two different pairs that are related like that, you are either likely to win both or lose both, because they move the same way. Okay, you need to know that currency correlation, related currency pairs move alike. When one is bearish, the other one will be bearish. When one is bullish, the other one will be bullish. So opening two trades on two different currency pairs that are related is doubling your risk. You need to know that. Okay? Except you want to take dissimilar. Also taking opposite directions trades in a dissimilar pairs is also increasing your risk, because if one loses, the other one is likely to win. Okay? If one is going bearish, the other one is likely to go bullish. So what is the solution? Take one trade per time until that trade is over. Again, don't ever trade without a stop loss. This one is, you should know this by now, but it's quite it's quite it's quite it's quite bad that even some traders pride that they don't use a stop loss. That is suicidal. That is suicidal. It takes one fundamental news, one economic news, one heavy and great impact economic news to deal a very big blow to your account if you don't have a stop loss in place. So you don't know when it will happen. It has happened over the years. Okay, during the Brexit, when the Brexit news was released, you see, if you can go back in time and see the effect it had in the markets. So some kinds of economic news or high impact news releases can do a very big damage to your account, which you may not be able to recover from if you don't use a stop loss. So you must use a stop loss at all times. Now, also, number 7, finally, you might consider, this is not a must, but this is something that has helped me. Over 95% of my trades, I enter them using limit orders, either sell limit or a buy limit. What does it do? How does it help us? It helps us because each trade is planned ahead of time. We know the level we want to enter, and we set our limit order, and then allow the market to come to that point. It reduces the effect of FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, it reduces the effect of FOMO on our trading. It helps you not to enter just based on your emotions. No, we plan the trade. We plan the trade in our mentees group. We look at the analysis. We look at what the market. We know from our fundamental analysis. Technical analysis. We know what the market is supposed to do. We know the level, the premium price, premium or discount, premium price we want to get in. Okay, and we place our entry limit order, which is either a sell limit or a buy limit order, and then we wait for price to come there, activate the order, and either hit our stop loss or win, or hit our take profit. So this is very important. It helps. So when you place a limit order, you are calculating. You place your limit order, place your stop loss. At the same time, you have calculated your risk, a predetermined risk, and this helps you. This regulates your risk. This helps your risk. This helps your account to be safe and intact. So these are 7 ways you can. These 7 things you can start doing, or 7 ways you can ensure that you lose rightly at all times. All right. So in conclusion, always think in probabilities and focus on what you have control over. You don't have control over your wins. Wins will come. Wins come naturally and surely. Winning trades come naturally and surely. The market will give you wins from time to time. It will give you wins from time to time. But you have the responsibility. You have the responsibility of losing rightly. You have the responsibility of keeping your risk, your losses constant. Okay? Have the emotional control to lose. Take your losses. Please take your losses. Please take your losses. Take your losses every time. That is your job as a trader, as a professional trader. Your job is not to win. Your job is to maintain good loss. Wins, the market will win for you. Okay, the market will give you winning trades from time to time. But your job is, before the market gives you your wins, how would your account be? Will your account still be intact? So the trick is to ensure that your account is still intact until your wins come, because your wins will definitely come. Okay, your wins. Just try this out for a month. Try it out. If you doubt what I say, try this out. Use a good strategy. Ensure you lose rightly. Constant risk per trade. Even if you are losing, even if you have some losing streaks, just be constant. Don't bother. Don't worry your head. Don't bother yourself. Try it with a small account. Okay, just try it and see if your account will not grow. Okay, losses are just some emotional play. The market is playing some emotional game on you. Just take losses as normal. As so far your losses are regulated. Your losses are regulated. Losses have no impact on your account. If you lose rightly, have no impact on your account, because your wins will pay for those losses and give you some good profits. All right. I hope I've made my points clear. I hope you've learned something from today's broadcast. Okay. I want to wish you all the best. Thank you so much for viewing. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please subscribe to our channel, share our videos, like our videos, and share with your friends. Okay, want this channel to grow and reach more traders across the world. Okay, and also the link to our free Telegram group is in the description box of this video. I want you to succeed. I want to be your partner in progress in this business. I've passed through the stage of struggling. I'm doing well in the business. Okay, I have passed through the stage of struggling trader, and I know the challenges I passed through, and that is why I want to help as much traders that I can. That is why this YouTube video was launched, just to help as much struggling traders as possible. So please join me in doing that by subscribing. Okay, join me, support me by subscribing to this channel. Okay, like the videos you watch. If you like, just give us a thumbs up. This helps YouTube algorithm to rank our videos higher, and also to help it to reach more traders. All right, so till I come your way next time, I want you to remain blessed. Keep on doing well, keep on practicing. Don't give up. Your days of progress and your days of success are coming. Thank you so much, and do have a wonderful day.